Yu Yu Hakusho. You know, other than Dragon Ball Z, this has got to be my favorite anime of all time. If you're a fan of the supernatural, crazy action-packed battles, and enjoy anime, then most likely you've heard about this show. And if you're not too familiar with this anime, most fans I believe would say this is considered to be one of the classics. And what makes it one of my favorites are the characters, the storytelling, the intense battles, and the emotional depth. Now I heard they turned it into a live-action show on Netflix. Oh God, please let it be okay.
5 hours later.
Alright, so I've seen the whole thing. And... well, I'll let you know soon. Back in the day, Yu Yu Hakusho was a fundamental part of my growing up with anime. I didn't see it when it aired, but I remember some clips being shown on Toonami while checking out Dragon Ball Z. It wasn't until years later I found out about Yu Yu Hakusho online. I was trying to find the next anime series to watch that gave me that same Dragon Ball Z shonen adrenaline that I love so much. And you know what? Everybody recommended Yu Yu Hakusho. And boy were they right. Damn right. Yu Yu Hakusho first aired in Japan in 1992 and quickly gained a massive following. Its blend of action, comedy, and drama made it a hit with audiences both in Japan and around the world. The series ran for 112 episodes and spawned 2 movies as well as numerous video games and other merchandise. While the battles and action scenes are certainly exciting, what really makes the series stand out is the relationships between the characters. Yusuke's journey from a delinquent to a hero is a compelling one, and his friendships with Kuwabara, Kurama, and Hiei add depth and heart to the story. They are nothing short of legendary. The intense battles, the emotional character development, and that iconic soundtrack, it all left an incredible mark on me. I vividly remember rushing home from school just to watch the next episode on Kiss Anime. Is that website still up? Oh my God, it is! The suspense, the drama, and the occasional comic relief, it had everything a young anime enthusiast could ask for. So when I heard about a live-action adaptation, needless to say, I was both curious and scared. Because once you hear the words live-action anime adaptation, your mind thinks of... So I sat down, watched the darn thing, and... well, first and foremost, it's essential to acknowledge that adapting an anime as beloved as Yu Yu Hakusho is no easy task. And if you're doing the first 2 seasons in 5 episodes, then you are definitely going to make sacrifices. The stakes are high, and fans like myself have high expectations. Yeah, let me see how they turn this into live action. Starting with the positives, I have to say that the action sequences in the live-action adaptation were downright impressive. Worthy of the name shonen. The choreography and the special effects, it brought the spirit of the anime's intense battles to life. You could tell the team really went all out to nail the vibe of the source material. I remember Yu Yu Hakusho having a lot of amazing fight scenes, and it's awesome to see the people behind the scenes put a lot of effort making them high intense and an amazing display of martial arts. I mean, look at this! Damn, I'm getting a headache. Moving on to the casting, it's not bad. The actors did a great job bringing their own interpretations to the table. It wasn't the worst casting I've seen in a live-action adaptation, and for that, I give credit where it's due. Even Kuwabara, who now looks like he stepped out of a model catalog, surprised me with his performance and nailed it. Did not see that coming. Even the costumes look really good too. I'm not sure how much closer you can get to them to look like the anime, but they sure knocked it out of the park. The attention to detail looks amazing. And I can imagine some people saying the actors look like they are cosplaying, but when you are adapting anime into live action, you're gonna get those reactions. But then that means they look like they came from the anime. and not redesigned to look like crap. And when you see all of them together on screen, it gives me those nostalgic feels. Everyone looks like how I would imagine these characters would look like in live action. For the most part. Now, before we start cheering too loudly, it's crucial to address the aspects where the live action adaptation fell short. While it wasn't a disaster by any means, there were moments where the pacing felt a bit off, and the narrative didn't quite capture the depth and complexity of the original anime. And because the pacing is off, there is not enough time for world building or character development. Like, we don't see too much of Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiei, and Kurama being together enough to build a relationship like they had on the show. Everything is kind of set to fast forward. Like, the first episode was Yusuke becoming a spirit detective, and by episode 5, he's fighting Toguro. Again, they took 2 seasons of the anime and smushed them together in a 5-episode season 1 package. Oh yeah, that means they put the Dark Tournament arc in here, which is not really a dark tournament at all. And that sucks. Which I feel most people who have seen this anime can agree is one of the best anime tournament arcs of all time. And they didn't do it! Which sucks as a Yu Yu Hakusho fan, since I would have loved to see all that done in live action. That would have been great for a season 2. Without getting into spoilers, there were certain plot points that could have been handled with more fineness. It's not that they were bad per se, but when you have the rich source material of Yu Yu Hakusho at your disposal, you expect a more seamless translation to the live action format. Even though this show for sure had some issues, I still had a lot of fun watching it. I did enjoy this live action adaptation of Yu Yu Hakusho, but it certainly left room for improvement. The action and casting were great, and you can really see that the creators behind this had a genuine love for the source material. Which reminds me, here's a link to another video I made about the One Piece live action show on Netflix. They knew what they were doing too. I still found this show very entertaining to watch. I personally didn't mind a lot of the changes they made. I mean, sure, some changes did bother me a little bit. In the end, I just had fun and just accepted this show was doing its own thing. And I will always have the anime to go back to and watch for the 100th time. I've waited a really long time to see a live-action version of Yu Yu Hakusho, and I wasn't that disappointed as I could have been like the other live-action anime projects. Thank God! But that's just me. I can imagine other Yu Yu Hakusho fans not liking this show, and that's okay. This is just my personal opinion on the show. I would gladly give this show a 7 out of 10. I would recommend it to you guys. But if you're diving into Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time with the Netflix live-action show, don't let it be your judgment of the whole anime series. But absolutely watch the original anime, please! I mean, seriously, the anime is considered one of the best for a reason. Give it a shot and form your own opinion. It's a whole different experience that's well worth checking out. What are your thoughts on the Yu Yu Hakusho live-action adaptation? Did it live up to your expectations, or do you think it missed the mark? So thanks for watching, you're amazing, and I'll see you next time.